tell you now a story, a very special story about the North Pole. Now, I want to ask you, when you sometimes go to sports games or if you have a scouts meeting, sometimes do you take turns bringing snacks to those games? Well, we all do at the North Pole when the reindeer games are going on. We all take turns with snacks. Well, I don't actually take a turn. I bake the cookies because Santa, he goes to those reindeer games, so he is going to insist we have his favorite cookies for that. So we take turns with people going out to take those cookies out to Santa. But an interesting thing happened about this time of the year a few years ago. There is a special bridge that you have to cross that goes between the castle over to the field where they do the reindeer games. And under that bridge, sometimes there was a mean, abominable snow troll. We called him Trollbominable. And do you know what he liked to do? He liked to jump out at people and take their cookies. He liked cookies even more than Santa does. Well, we had to try to really get by him to get those cookies out to reindeer practice. We didn't want to have those. So one year, we think we had it really well planned out. I gave those cookies to 3 girl reindeer. Now, do you remember earlier what I told you about the girl reindeer in late winter and the spring? Do they still have their antlers then? Yes, they do. And so everybody, be with me. Put up your antlers. Okay, no, not like that. That's a moose. This is your antlers like this, okay? And we had the youngest sister, and her antlers would have just been like this. And the middle sister, her antlers would have been like this. But the big sister, the biggest one, she was a glorious, and she had a very large rack of antlers by that time of winter. So she was a good person to go. Well, all 3 of those reindeer, they took the cookie snacks and they got ready to go over to the reindeer practice. And they got to the bridge, and the first reindeer, remember our clicking noise? Remember what that sounds like? Our first little reindeer sister, the young one, she went to cross the bridge. Are you doing it with me? All of a sudden, Trollbominable jumped out from under the bridge, and he said, "Give me your cookies, little reindeer." And she said, "Oh, Trollbominable, you don't really want these cookies. I'm so little. See, my antlers aren't that big. They only give me a couple of cookies to carry. So I only have like 2 cookies, and I think they're kind of burned anyway. You don't want my cookies. Wait. See, my sister, she's coming, and she has more cookies than I do." Well, I suppose if yours are kind of burnt anyway, I'll let you go on and pass. You go on and go on over. "Oh, thank you, Trollbominable." Now, the second sister, remember, she's a little bit larger. She comes along. A little bit heavier clicking on her, isn't it? She comes along to the bridge, and the troll jumps up. "Ah, reindeer sister, give me your cookies." Oh, these didn't even get cooked all of the way. They're halfway raw in the middle. You don't really want to eat those. Oh, and besides, I still can't carry that much on my rack. Okay, you want to wait for my biggest sister because she has the best cookies. Hers were all perfectly cooked, nothing's raw, and she has dozens and dozens of cookies that she is carrying. Well, all right, I suppose so. You can go on across the bridge. Oh, thank you, Trollbominable. And so the second sister got her cookies across the bridge safely to the field for reindeer practice. Now, the third sister, with the largest set of antlers, came across the bridge. Are you doing it with me? And she stood, and there were bags of cookies hanging from each of the tips on her antlers. The Trollbominable jumped up. Oh, you do have more cookies than either of your other sisters. Let me have those cookies, or you may not cross my bridge. Are you really sure you want to come at me for my cookies, Trollbominable? Oh, yes, I do. All right, come. Well, she lowered her antlers and she charged at Trollbominable, and she knocked him all the way off of the bridge. Well, he fell down, 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 down onto the ice. The river below was totally iced over, and he started sliding, and he slid, and he slid, and he slid, and he slid, and he slid all the way to Saskatchewan. And we've never seen him since. So the eldest sister took the rest of her cookies across the bridge to reindeer practice, and everyone had a marvelous cookie feast that afternoon. Oh, thank you for helping me tell that story. Maybe you can tell that story sometime too. You might recognize it because I think sometimes it's told with, what is it? Sometimes people, I think, took our story and turned it into billy goats. But you know now, it happened first with reindeer.